Welcome back, folks. So, today we're going to look at a few things, including what I've been up to in the Nether. I have done a few different changes. I've moved the cows, like I talked about last time. The sheep. I have completed the first floor somewhat of the new house. What you're seeing here, of course, still hasn't changed, but now I have something a little bit better set up that eventually I will be fully moved into, possibly within the next couple episodes, but here we go. And of course, wouldn't you know it, but I decided to do this right as it was getting dark. So, like I said, today we're going to go over a few things. I got an enchantment table up and set up. I used Mistcraft to get a little bit more of a faster way to and from the Nether. We may start the we may actually start the process for getting the those levivators set up for my mine going on, or I may actually wait for the actual next episode to do that. But like I said, a few different changes here. I did notice that I've been testing this out to see what would work the best. I noticed with this setup here with the pipe going in that there was a chance that the stone would just simply pop out. In fact, a good chance, because a lot of them, that's exactly what would happen here. Let me go ahead and dump this back in there. But this setup actually works, other than the fact that when I loaded the world that popped out. I did also manage to research a few things off camera. Let's see here. We're just going to do this here. There we go. I'm doing it that way because then all I have to do is I can kind of cheat and dump the entire bag. There we go. Now, as I said, I've used Mistcraft to make a faster way to and from the Nether. In this case, what it boils down to is 2 linking books. Basically, the home books. I took one, made it here so I can pop back here and put it in the Nether, and took a normal book to the Nether and made it a linking book, and then brought it here. Now, one of the other things here I'd like to do is I would like to go ahead and enchant here. I did make myself 2 thumium picks. As you can see in the bottom corner here, or bottom middle, I only have 32 levels. Admittedly, I have died a few times. It's definitely an unfortunate aspect, but let's see here. It does happen. So this looks possibly good. What do we got here? Efficiency 4 on breaking 3. Alright, good. We'll use it. Guess I'll just put my iron pick back there, because I have my new pick. Oh wow. Oops. Let me get back up here. Well, anyway, because I'm going to the Nether, I did set up a brewing stand, so I can also have a couple night vision potions, so it'll be nice and bright for everybody when I'm in there. Also, as I said, I would move my animals around because they were glitching out, just as I kind of summarized in the last few videos. See, I load the world, and wouldn't you know it, but there's a sheep outside of the fence in the enclosure. The cows. Oh yeah, there's at least one cow too. Oh no, it was just glitching anyway. And of course, I'm not worried about the actual chickens here. I think for the chickens it'd be a lot of useless work when I can literally just kill them. Yeah. Alright, another thing you'll notice here, and I'm uncertain if we have yet another break in my aura, but you'll notice in the lower right hand corner what it says for my aura. It says it's actually high on flux. So I don't know if that's actually, if there should be something more going on right now or not. If there's something internally going on that I can't see. It's been high for a while now, because clearly I've been making things. Also, now granted, I didn't manage to wait. Really by error, I was just trying to get it as close as possible, but I do have a few additional steps of my research done. Down here, as you can see, I now have access to golems. And of course, I haven't done anything with the upgrades yet. My plan still holds. That'll be probably in the next episode. We also have, I did, in my test world, I did take a quick look. I spawned one of these. They're interesting. I think they'd be it's a phenomenal tool for building. I'm just not all that sure that it would be something that is worth putting the resources into anytime soon. And I did manage to get some additional crystals here. As we can see, I got more earth, and I even found 4 of the actual vis themselves, which isn't that bad, to be honest. I know I was originally putting all my stuff in here while I changed things around, and now I've just been emptying the bag out in here. Total of 13 diamonds. I've gotten 3 ender pearls, all of which are pretty decent. I turned a lot of my sugar cane into paper for the books, mostly for the actual creation of my enchanting table. So let me just dump this here. And yeah, I went on a huge cow killing frenzy. Let's see here. I have a possible idea here to take my pipe setup and build something additional in the Nether for one of the things I do have available to me, but that's uncertain whether or not I want to do it, and you'll see in a moment or two, but I do need more wood. Surprisingly enough, I have run out of wood. And I've killed my share of trees in this area. So we're going to just grab a little bit of wood, and then we'll head to the Nether. Let's see here. Now, I am kind of curious. I know that a lot has changed for Thaumcraft, but I wonder if the carpet is actually still an available item to research or not. Would be nice to know. I would think so. It probably has some avenue with the enchanted cloth. Yeah, we'll just head back over here. Sleep for another night. There we go. We'll just ditch that there. Let's see here. I don't need the stone. Yeah. We'll put that there too. I have plenty of picks. Got my wood. Another rack is fine. I'll just leave that as is. In case there's anything else I want to do here. Because there are nodes in the Nether as well. Which I find just really neat. And I'm thinking about setting up almost like a research station right around a node. But it really depends upon how far I can get with this. We'll grab this. Alright, well. Yep, that looks like that's going just fine. Of course, as soon as I do this, it's going to mess up, but here we go. So as you can see, I prepared just a little area here. Because I did get killed a few times by weather skeletons. Now, I did manage to find 2 blaze spawners. Which, sorry, isn't that bad. Now, I made I guess you'd call it a poor man's spawn trap, just by basically building well, hold on here. These guys are actually kind of loud. Just by basically building a, here we go. A hole under the spawner. I think it's not a bad bad XP point. No. Let's see here. I know that this is pretty lit up, but what I'm thinking about doing here is down there. There's an aura node, and just in case it is hard to see. Huh. There we go. Oh, I got a friend. Got him. So there's the node down there that I was actually thinking about building around. I think that it might be worthwhile because then I could do a few, I guess you'd say, research to see what sort of effects I can do to a node and actually watch it physically change. I can put objects in there like just normal wood, possibly some dirt, stuff like that, to see if there's any changes that are impacted by it as well. See how much flux actually makes a difference in the environment, other than spawning the occasional wisp, which appears to be the only thing that has happened in my world. So far, all it is wisps. And while that's fine, I'm almost, like I said, I'm almost worried that there might be some other aspect that should be happening that isn't. And if it isn't, then I need to know so I can figure out a way to fix it, so I am getting the same ramifications everybody else is. Alright. So, let's wander on down there. Let's see here. What would be the best way to do this? And it was actually a pretty lucky find. When I first opened my portal, as you can see, it's not that far away from the 2 blaze spawn farms that I have set up. Well, I only actually have one right now, but not too shabby. So, let's see. We will... Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. As I said, I'll be building an entire enclosure here. I just want to go down and get a quicker or a close look at it, because the last thing I want to do is find like gas that turn around and shoot at me and destroy things and such things of that nature. Which is all fine, but leaves me having to rebuild the landscape, or possibly stuck in some degrees. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, that's still me. Alright. So, the other thing I wanted to set up was actually with the Blaze farm. See if there's any more efficient way of farming the blaze rods. See, I don't honestly think there is right now, other than maybe setting up my build craft pipes in there and going ahead and maybe some sort of way to be able to get like stuff like that, other than having to break the wall to get at it. Not that it's a real necessity right now either. So, first things first, though, is I did get extra wood for a reason. And that is once I get away from these guys. I think I will actually work on this after all with you guys. Alright. We'll just pop this in here. Christmas presents. Okay. So I know I'm going to need a lot of those, so I'm just going to go back and forth here and get more of those. In the meantime, a few things that I'm just going to have set up here are those. I did actually decide to bring with me just a little iron and redstone in case I decide to make pistons, which I actually need cobble for, really, so I guess I'll have to pick up some of that. I'll leave the wood in there as well. I brought the wand on purpose because I want to make sure that I have an easier route to, like, basically burn up and make flux. In a scenario like this, I am not going to waste my wand of adapt by bringing it back and forth. Who knows what could happen in between moving. You know, I could walk around a corner up there and get myself handed well, a beat down by a few skeletons. I guess I'll grab that present. I am kind of curious, and of course my potion wore off, but since we're going to be leaving here, I won't use the next potion quite yet. But, yeah, I am kind of curious, though, about the actual effects of the aura on the neighborhood. And this, I honestly like it. Beats running all the way back there, which caused me to die a few different times, because now I just, boom, I'm back here. I can run back here, and I can sleep. And it's all good from there. But actually, I guess what I'll do here is I'll work on that, and then on the next episode, you guys get to see a little bit of a update as to how far I went. A couple of other things that I wanted to show off here that I have made changes. You've seen the cow and the chickens. Well, that's not all I've done. I did make a storage area. This is my storage area, which I've also included an additional research table and bench down here. Eventually this will all be full of chests. I will be organizing and categorizing all of them eventually, but one step at a time. I like to work on several different projects at once. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in a little while.